I'm sitting beside a lady who probably has one of the coolest jobs in the planet. She currently is the creative content and marketing manager of HA. I'll let her tell you herself what HA stands for, and we'll be talking about all the fun things she does and all the fun places and events she gets to go to for her job. This lady is named Kelsey Farrer. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Good. Before we talk about the things you're doing today, why don't you tell me how you got started in the fashion industry?
Well, I started in the fashion industry by interning for Guess in the design room. And I always had studied photography, drawing, art. And then I decided that I would try being a designer. I didn't know how hard it was going to be or easy, but I decided to go to FITM to study it and really learn what I wanted to do in fashion. I took a major called product development there, which was really well-rounded. And I was able to figure out through a lot of different internships what I wanted to do. I had the amazing opportunity to become a trend forecaster for Guess for about a year. And then after that, I worked as a designer at Pacific Sunwear. And then about a year ago, joined the team at HA, or Hot as Hell, which is where I'm at currently, as a creative content and marketing manager.
Kelsey, I know you're probably 22, 23. How did you make it for so young?
Well, I think that it was a lot of my drive that got me here. I was very ambitious and tried a lot of different internships while I was in school. And I think school, along with internships, hand in hand, I was able to learn on the job and at school and really apply them to each other.
So from my understanding, HA is more than just a brand. It's a lifestyle and a movement. What led to the creation of HA? So Hot as Hell?
Yes. Hot as Hell is a beachwear, swim, and lingerie line. And it is really a lifestyle because we're pioneering the idea that sexy is about being real. And it's amazing to be natural and authentic. And that means no push-up, no padding, no underwire. It's all about comfortable, natural, and beautiful clothing that's high quality.
So even a size 6, size 10 can wear HA swimwear?
Yes, we make a ton of different styles for different body types. A lot of them are adjustable. All of our straps on our bikinis don't have any clasps or metal closures, so you can really adjust it to your own body, which is amazing and pretty rare in the swim world.
So being that part of your job description is to cultivate the brand image through the production of creative content that lives on all social media and e-commerce platforms, that means you get paid to go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, to get paid for being there, that's something else. Now everybody is saying, I can do that. Mm-hmm. It's not that simple, folks. You know, tell me, Kelsey, how much time do you spend on your computer? And gives us a little bit more insight on this part of your job.
I actually spend a lot of time on the computer, and social media does sound like an easy job, but it's not as easy as it looks. I spend a lot of time on both my phone, my computer, and sometimes my iPad, crafting all the content that I'm going to be sending out. So everything really has to fall in line with our big marketing campaigns. So everything really is planned ahead of time. But because social media is so instant, you constantly have to be checking and interacting with your viewers because you have to be a real brand and be there. And then a whole other aspect of it is realizing that social media is global. So I can't just post Instagram in the middle of the day Pacific Standard Time because all the people on the other side of the world will never see it because they'll be asleep. So I schedule my postings to be throughout the middle of the night, early in the morning. Sometimes I have to post something at midnight so that...
You know, you're still young. We need 8 hours of sleep. Make sure you get that. So.
Well, you know, set an alarm.
Yeah, that's true. Obviously, your clothes are made of quality material. I'm sure the viewers watching want to know if your designs are affordable or targeted more for celebrity clients and models.
Well, Hot as Hell is a really high quality line, and I would say it falls somewhere in between because we definitely have some pieces that are competitive with brands in our space, but we really made an effort to work with top-of-the-line manufacturers around the world using the highest quality products and fabrics. And part of our brand is really trying to be ethical and sustainable. So the price point really comes from that. We actually partnered with this amazing factory in Sri Lanka to co-launch a new eco-friendly...
So what are the prices?
Well, it really depends on the category, but the swimwear is about like $50 a piece or $100 a piece for each item, and then you can mix and match. It really ranges, and then lingerie falls somewhere in like the 30, 40, 50 range, depending on the
it's
pieces.
still affordable.
Yeah, but our dresses definitely do get a little more expensive, but we're working on sustainable fabrics, which is really amazing because so much of fashion has a negative impact on the world.
Right.
So we want to make sure we're putting our best foot forward and doing things eco-friendly, sustainable, and ethical as well.
Good. Kelsey, in 20 seconds, tell the millennials, I mean the 23-year-olds out there, how to be like you. Or how did you become like you? What's your secret? Give me 3 things or 2 things. Yeah.
Definitely work hard at what you're doing, be confident, have faith in yourself, and follow your passion.
I mean, you're only 23. 23 years old are still drinking out there. They still don't know what to do. They're still debating if they're going to go to school or not. 10 seconds. Tell me how you can make it instantly at the age of 23.
I think that if you work really hard and you set a goal for yourself and you just do everything you can to chase that dream, I think that that's the most important thing.
There you go. So the viewers out there, the millennials, you can be like Kelsey. Even though you're 20 or 23 years old, it's not the age. We will be right back after this commercial.
From fashion to planes, from retail to real estate, from energy to rail, from healthcare to technology, CIT serves clients across a wide variety of industries. We help fuel businesses with commercial lending, leasing, and treasury management services. They in turn add value, add jobs, make a difference. CIT. Put knowledge to work.
Welcome back to Owning a Piece of America. I'm with Kelsey Farrer, a vintage enthusiast, photographer, fashion designer, and a whole lot more. Believe me, Kelsey, I know your job takes you to so many Fashion Week runway shows every season. I've always wanted to ask this question. Why don't runway models ever smile? Are they directed to do that? If so, why?
You know what? That's a really funny question. It's a good question because I'm not really sure why that's become the norm. I've actually produced a couple runway shows myself now, one for Guess and one for Hot as Hell. And when we did Miami Swim Week, we wanted to be different. So we told the girls to embrace what they've got and have fun on the runway. And I think that that was a really cool experience for them to be able to do that. We played a rock and roll playlist and had them just walk with confidence and attitude, and it was really fun.
Gosh, next time you're gonna do that here. So,
Yeah.
So you have previously worked for Pacific Sunwear and Guess. You have a background in fashion, trend forecasting, where you work with buyers and product developers designing styles that have high selling potential. Yeah. Kelsey, where do you get your fashion trend aspirations? And how do you know ahead of time if a design will be something that everybody will want to buy or own?
I look to a lot of different parts of our culture for inspiration. I definitely start with art. I go see a lot of galleries and museums wherever I am traveling, or in our own city. There's amazing museums in LA. And I like to see what's happening in the art world to look for print and color inspiration. I also look to vintage. I shop a lot of vintage, whether it's flea markets, vintage shops, and find amazing styles with little details that you don't really see anymore because fast fashion's become so quick that the detail and thought part has kind of disappeared in the main marketplace. I also find inspiration in music, live music and shows, and what's happening with the progression of optimistic or more melancholy music kind of sets a tone for a story.
So you're constantly out there just checking out what they will buy. I mean, like for us, you know, for the 50s and the 60s, we're always just in a suit. I mean, can we still be a hip hop and stay our professionalism?
You know, I really think that you don't have to confine your age to a certain type of style. I think that nowadays you can kind of wear whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever makes you feel beautiful, and I think that that's the most important thing.
You know, that's true. I was going to wear a red hot dress for you.
You should have. But you're here with hot as hell.
I know, but I don't have that confidence yet. But you're right. I think it's how you feel. And forget about really what people think about you. As long as, you know, you're within reasons, of course.
If you're confident in what you're wearing, then people wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah. And let's talk about, you know, is there really such a thing as dressing age appropriately, like having different wardrobes when you are in 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s? I mean, that's what we were just talking about.
No, I really don't think that you need to dress differently because of your age. I think that it's all about what you like and what makes you comfortable.
And for, you know, the large size, I mean, what's your advice to them that they will still look sexy, they will still look good, even though they're size 36?
Well, I think that that's beautiful. I think embracing your own body and being who you truly are is really what's sexy and what's cool.
Okay, so my friends that oversized can still look so sexy, I'm going to tell them that.
I think that being real and authentic is the most important thing.
There you go, my gosh, listening from a 23-year-old, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, while browsing through your Instagram account, I came across a photo that says, balance is a key in everything that you do. Dance all night, drink wine, but don't forget to do your yoga and drink your green juice the next day. And my last question, after the fun night of dancing and drinking, what does Kelsey Farrer do the next day?
It's so funny that you pulled that quote because it's actually my favorite, and it really embraces my real life. I definitely still live the life of a 23-year-old. I like to go out with my friends and have a couple drinks, why not? But you know, I really do think that balance is key, and if that means waking up the next day and having a green juice, I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do Sunday morning. Go on a hike, go on a run, go do yoga, meditate, you know, switching it up and being balanced.
You know, that's true. You know, I work a lot. I work 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, and I still find the time to exercise and talk to my friends. And although I don't drink wine, but a sip of it doesn't kill me. So, but I have another question, though. This is my last question.
Okay.
You can only buy one thing: a pair of sexy shoes or a sexy outfit.
I have to say, I'm a sucker for shoes. I would buy a pair of sexy shoes before the outfit. I think that you can wear shoes so many times and create so many different outfits with them and a different look. Plus, I work at Hot as Hell, so there's an endless supply of sexy clothes around me all the time.
So you're like, this is the Imelda version. Well, Kelsey, I can't thank you enough, Kelsey, for being on the show. I know it's a very busy time for you. Maybe next time we can have a mini fashion show here to see all your coming cool collections.
That would be amazing. I think that's a great idea.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a 23-year-old already made it in fashion industry. You can start young. And for those of you, the millennials, time is of the essence. Don't waste any time. By the time Kelsey retires, she will be 50 years old and she made everything that she wanted. So thank you again for watching Owning a Piece of America. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for having me.